Hi, everyone. I just wanted to discuss my KESA evaluation after speaking with my administrator. Next year, we will be going into year 3. So we've talked about these things a lot at school, but overall, we reviewed kind of where we started and the progress that we've made together. For relationships, we said transitioning. I think we do a really good job with student and staff relationships, but we would like to improve with family and community involvement. Families, for us being on a military base, it's hard because often one of the parents is either in the field or deployed, so it's hard for the other parent at home just to round all the little ones up to get to school or come to meetings. But we do try to stay connected other ways, like online or through school mail. And involving businesses, that's hard too. We're linked in with the Junction City School District. So some of the businesses that support the in-town schools have a hard time reaching us because for them to get on base, they have to go through a whole process of getting a special badge. But that's something that we'll continue to work on. Relevance is the area where we have a couple of our goals for our school throughout this process. But we felt we were transitioning in this area also. We are equipped with a lot of good curriculum, like resources, and we're trained well on them. But it is something that we thought would be the most effective and efficient use of our time if we were trying to improve in any one area. Responsive culture, the leaders do a good job of setting expectations, modeling those expectations and behaviors, and encouraging collaboration amongst the teachers in my school. And also for the district, we have a lot of training for anything that we might need. The district and our administrators are really good about sending out regular surveys to figure out, what are we struggling with? What do we want to know more about? So I appreciate that from our district as well. But again, transitioning for that responsive culture. In rigor, we said transitioning as well. We've got a lot in place as far as professional learning, as I just mentioned, and I really do feel like the district is striving to turn us all into the best educators that we could be. They allocate our resources really well, and I feel like they're pretty conscientious with the spending with all of the funds that we have. We do an awesome job of documenting things too. It seems like we're always, submitting things to the district so they can review them and figure out how we're going to improve our practices for the next year. As far as my principal's leadership style goes, I would say that she embodies the authentic leadership and participative leadership styles. Authentic just because she lets us know her. I mean, we know about her family, we know about her values. She's out and about, she converses with everyone, she's got a really positive attitude, and she's constantly providing us with good feedback or just complimenting the things that we're doing. So it's nice to see someone that's out there with us, getting to know us personally and also getting to know the kids and building those relationships as well. And as far as participative goes, she's really great at delegating responsibilities among staff. We always feel included. She creates different groups and committees to handle certain things that she thinks we could be able to do ourselves. And she does a really good job of informing us about things and giving us information before she requires us or asks us to make a decision, like at a faculty meeting or something like that. As I mentioned before, our goals are in relevance. So with that, we talked about student engagement and instruction for our 2 goals. So for student engagement, our goal is that staff will intentionally implement designated school-wide practices throughout the school day. So essentially what we're trying to do is just make it easier for the students to function. We want them to be able to function better in the classroom, during those transition times in the hallway or in other communal spaces. The way that we plan to do that is through safe and civil school practices. And this is something that she and I really agree on, that it is great to have a set of expectations the whole school follows. It's not different from the 1st grade classrooms to, what the 5th graders do. Everybody has the same acronym called CHAMPS that we use. So expectations are set. Teachers use it in their daily lessons in the classroom. We're striving to get more of those things like expectations set up for, hallway transitions or how you act in the library or in the bathroom. So no matter what age the students coming in, they have fluidity throughout each of the grade levels. They understand what we're talking about when we say voice levels and things like that, or just expectations in general. This tied to me for the PSEL Standard 5, where leaders cultivate inclusive, caring, and supportive school community. So we're trying to support those kids and trying to help them out to have the best day that they can. And also standard 10, leaders act as agents of continuous improvements. So, as a principal, I would want to be out there making observations of these common areas or making classroom observations to see how the progress is going on these things, and give my feedback about how individual teachers could improve or what they're doing well, or just as a staff, what we're doing. The second one, like I said, was instruction. And so we're going to utilize student learning data plans to help with instruction and just make that more meaningful and intentional. And what I think is important for us to do as a staff is to do pre and post assessments, just so we know, what is the knowledge these kids are coming with, what is the main skill or standard that we're trying to accomplish with this unit or with this set of lessons, and how can we best do that for them based on what they have right now. So I thought that tied in really well to standard 4. So educators develop and support rigorous and coherent systems of curriculum, instruction, and assessments. And also standards 6 and 7, where leaders develop the professional capacity and practice of school personnel and foster a professional community of teachers and other professional staff. So the point overall is to just make more effective teachers, make sure we're being intentional with our instruction. With those pre-assessments, we'll see what are the kids' needs, and then we get to think about, okay, how can I do this? What are the steps I need to take? So all of the teachers are prepared, and at each grade level, they can do meaningful steps towards getting kids to mastery levels. And then the post-assessments too help assess the effectiveness of their lessons. So then the teachers can gauge whether or not they were successful or if they need to change something for the next year. And it also kind of helps go, from grade to grade level, what do we need to prepare the kids for? What are they coming with? Overall, I just think those two things are great to focus on. And so that's my presentation.